If you didn't realize it by now, I've been making the tunes from beginning to end of my videos since the 4 video now. It's the truth of expression of what the mood of the video is and the feeling of myself is. Thank you so much for listening. Within this video today, I would like to talk about overthinking, doing things differently, and being in the truth of you. Let's start off with overthinking. Do you find yourself overthinking way too much? And so much that you don't even do it? You're really just living in your head? Well, you're not alone, my friend. I too have been overthinking a lot. As I feel like I haven't been very comfortable in the social world because it's been like 2 years since I have really physically have any contact with people. And with that being said, the past few months, going out to rediscover and re-find my social dynamic and social being, I've been feeling very uncomfortable, awkward. But at this point where I have completed my overthinking, my observations, I'm really at the point of wanting to let the thoughts go, and rather than thinking, is living the moment of what life is bringing to me. Rather than resisting and blocking the possibilities, I am reopening myself to experiences. And with that, life is so precious, is so short, and it could be any moment something could happen that won't allow me to experience a beautiful story, or I can totally play it safe and experience nothing at all. So, what I said in this video previously about playing it safe, scratch that. I'ma try not to play it safe now. A few months now, it's been playing safe, and I do not find myself enjoying that because I find myself in a resistance of a flow, and I'm all about flow in life. And I'm like in that state of like, yeah, openness, whatever, I feel that flow. But as soon as I'm just like overthinking things, that's the flow killer, that's the mood killer of the whole situation. And now let's talk about doing things differently. Whatever you've been doing and you feel like it isn't helping you grow, it isn't helping you feel joy in life, do things differently. Even though it's a tiny little difference within your choices, like having a different flavor of ice cream, or trying a different drink, or eating something that you've never tried before. These little baby steps, even though it's little, it still is something different. And from these little steps, you can move to bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger steps. Wherever you feel comfortable, do it. And try things differently and see where it takes you and see where it goes. I've definitely have gone into a mindset of doing things differently. And now I'm at the point of manifesting a studio and manifesting all these other things that I normally would not do. And with that, I find a lot of joy and excitement within my life. I'm so excited that these little changes that I have made within my life and within my choices, it's like, ooh, now I sense the new of things. I am seeing the new, and that is exciting and so liberating for what life could be and has to offer when making these little differences, these little changes. So whatever it is that you want change and difference in your life, work towards it. Do it, my friends. Life is too short to sit in here. Okay, about being, right? About being the self. This, for some reason, a lot of us has a lot of fear to be, or a lot of fear to speak up. It may be our upbringing, you know, our parents said certain things to us as a child to shut us up in the situation. But in a way, that is coding, programming, trauma, depending how you received it or how it was given. It is then ingrained into us not to be a certain way or not to do a certain thing, like speak up for ourselves. And now in the adulthood, we're in the mindset of that without knowing until known. And when we come into that realization, wait a moment, I should be able to express whatever my needs is or my situation is right now. With an example, I'm feeling very emotionally upset within my heart right now. And honestly, I don't feel like talking on my behalf, like in myself. I don't feel like let's blah 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 blah, being very talkative because I'm feeling heartbroken. But when someone comes up to me and they are like, oh, hi Moon, how are you? What do you do? And then I'm like, I am so sorry right now. It's not your fault that I'm in this mood. I'm currently feeling a heartbreak, so I'm in this mood. But look, if you want to talk to me right now, I'm totally here to listen, but I'm going to have to honestly, truthfully tell you that I'm not in a chummy response because I'm heartbroken. Okay, just so you know. It's not you, it's me right now. And then the person was actually oh, okay. And he went on and on about, whatever he wanted to share to me. And with that being said, and I was just there listening, appreciating that moment and everything. And I also felt very good. And with that, I feel really happy in a way because I expressed my truth in that moment. He received it as oh, okay, cool. Okay, then I will talk about myself and what I'm doing and feeling and thinking. If I didn't tell my truth to him that I was heartbroken and that's why I'm in this mood, he might have translated the whole interaction with me as I don't like him, I'm upset with him, or whatever, But because I told him in advance, he knew that it wasn't about him. It was just me in that situation. And that's the thing about being honest to oneself and to those around you. Whatever the mood you are in and feeling and thinking and going through, express that. So no one around you misunderstands that it's them that made you feel that mood. Because it wasn't. It isn't. We should be able to not be afraid to express these things. There are certain things that we don't need to express, but when it comes to why we're not in a high, happy self that everyone expects us to be constantly, it's kind of daunting, If I'm feeling sad within the moment, but I'm like, you're great. Oh, man, I will not want to go out the door again because that's not me being honest to myself. And I'm all about honesty in my whole experience. Anyway, with that being said, be truthful, be honest, and things don't lead into misunderstandings. So that's what I've discovered this week, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey and tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.